Thank you very much. With that, we bring in House Judiciary Committee Chairman, Congressman Jim Jordan. Congressman, good to have you with us today. Thank you for coming back on the show.
You bet.
This is from Tucker's interview last night with the former President Trump on weaponizing the justice system. Watch this as we start.
This is all weaponization. They're weaponizing our justice system, Tucker. But if you're somebody, a Republican, let's say, running for office, and you get a subpoena, you might as well resign because you're not going to be able to survive it. And the voters aren't going to handle it. The voters aren't going to take it. What they're doing is weaponizing the system, and there's never been anything like it. And it's all disinformation.
And does that go, Congressman and Chairman, to the heart of what you would like to ask Mark Pomerantz about?
Yeah, of course, because Martha, we know the FBI wanted to spy on parents. They wanted to target traditional Catholics, try to get informants within churches. We know that the IRS knocked on a journalist's door while that journalist was testifying in front of our committee, while Democrats were asking who his sources are. And now we have Alvin Bragg interfering and obstructing our investigation into election interference in the most important election we have, which is the election of who's going to be president of the United States. So never forget what Alvin Bragg did here. He used federal money to indict a former president. I mean, indict a former president. He used federal money to do that with no underlying crime here. He couldn't even state that at the press conference. And then when we try to investigate, he says, no, we're going to take you to court. And the guy we want to talk to hasn't worked for Alvin Bragg for a year. And he wrote a book on this very subject. That's why we want to talk to him. We actually kind of want to know, too, was there any involvement with the Biden Justice Department, with the White House, and how this all worked out? So those are the questions we have. But this is, I actually think Alvin Bragg is obstructing our investigation, our constitutional duty to do oversight.
Yeah. Here are some thoughts on that from Josh Gerstein about why Bragg might not want Mark Pomerantz to be publicly questioned. Watch.
I think the concern is that if they did get Pomerantz on the witness stand or in a deposition, that we might see a lot more of the inside baseball within Bragg's office being spilled out publicly. And I think Bragg's just not eager to see that happen. It would certainly be a distraction to the indictment and the case that he brought last week.
Yeah, what do you say to that, sir?
But probably true. We know people went to work for the district attorney solely to go after President Trump. Pomerantz even said, I'd do it for free. I don't need to get paid, because he had this vendetta, this agenda to go after President Trump. So, yeah, we want to know those kind of answers to those kind of questions. And we also have just sort of the fundamentals here. The Department of Justice didn't bring this case. The Federal Elections Commission wouldn't bring this case. The previous district attorney, Cy Vance, wouldn't bring this case. And even Alvin Bragg himself, when he gets elected, decides, even though he campaigned on it, decides he's not going to bring the case, because you can't use Michael Cohen, for goodness sake, a guy who lied to Congress, went to prison for lying. You can't have him as your star witness. But Alvin Bragg doesn't change his mind until Mark Pomerantz leaves, writes the books, and creates the pressure from the left to get Alvin Bragg to do the flip-flop and then indict the president.
It's weird that he went forward with this case, given that, experts on both sides feel that legally he's on really unstable ground here, and that he might lose and he might look bad in the end for having brought it. And worse, he might look like he did it for political reasons, which you're posing. And it's so interesting to me because on the other side of the Stormy Daniels and the payment, the argument he's making is that the FEC, that broke FEC rules because it was an attempt to influence voters before the election. What does the FEC say about Bragg's investigation and the potential for it to influence voters?
Great point. I think everyone sees this for the political operation that it is. I mean, I think that is so evident. Even the left, even legal scholars on the left, even Andrew McCabe, for goodness sake. When Bragg rolled this out last week, the indictment and the arraignment happened last week, even the left, even Andrew McCabe said not too impressive of a case he rolled out here. So I think everyone sees it for what it is. We want to get some answers to some pretty important questions, because after all, we're talking about the guy who's leading in every single poll, the guy who was former president, leading in every single poll. And frankly, we also have legislation that we're going to bring forward. If you're going to do something like this, at least it has to be removed to federal court. We have a colleague who's going to introduce that bill. So there's some legislative things that we want to focus on as well.
And that's kind of what elections are for. Before I let you go, I don't know if we have this video, guys, in the control room, but it struck me to watch Hunter Biden walking down the streets and shaking hands and doing the rope line in Dublin earlier today, or I think they were actually in another town in Ireland. And I'm curious, what goes through your mind when you see Hunter traveling with the president and, doing the rope line, shaking hands with everybody?
I think it's just how brazen the left has become. I mean, go back to what I said earlier. The fact that the IRS knocked on a journalist's door while he is testifying in front of Congress after that same journalist had learned the FTC mentioned him in a letter to a private company. I just think there's no bounds now. And this is the scary part. Hunter Biden behaves this way. I think you're going to see the state of Georgia go after President Trump. I hope it doesn't happen. I think you may see the special counsel go after President Trump. I hope it doesn't happen. But that's just how ridiculous the left has become. And it's not good. Not good at all for our great country. Yeah, well, clearly an expression that they are not worried about Hunter. The president wants him right by his side. We'll see where the investigation that you all are doing goes. Congressman Chairman Jordan, always good to see you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.